Welcome. Welcome again to AD Topcasts. Today we're going to talk about Gaza, Palestine, and the words Trump said about owning Gaza and send everybody from Palestine to outside the Palestine so he can build it. So he's going to take over Gaza. Like he said, he wants Greenland, he wants Panama, he wants Canada, and now he's going to Palestine. So welcome. Welcome again, and we're going to see what everybody's saying over what he said. Uh, Trump is kind of joking when he's talking about taking over lands, but I always wondering why he never talk about owning a part of Africa. You know what's going to happen when he say if he can say, "Hey, I want a piece of Africa. Give me one country somewhere over there so I can build it, take care of it." Beautiful infrastructure, beautiful vacation location. Give me one piece of that. What are you gonna say? I wish I can hear Trump say he want one of that, but he doesn't. I wonder why. You know what we're gonna do? A referendum. We're going to pass a referendum and see what people are gonna say. Guess what? Everybody's gonna be hey, come on, come build it. We're gonna give you the whole rent if you want it. But he's not gonna do that. All he wants is what? He wants Canada, Panama, Greenland, and now he's going to Gaza. But the whole Arab countries just say no, that's just disrespectful. You cannot move everybody going to Egypt and every other countries to rebuild Gaza. If we have to do that, we will do it ourselves. But the issue is what? He say he's going to bomb the whole country again, bomb the whole infrastructure so they can start over. Instead of bringing the machines to like destroy all these already destroyed buildings, he's gonna bring more bombs, bomb it down so they can start over. Where these people are going to go? No one knows. But Trump have maybe a good intention. Who knows? He's a businessman. He maybe had a good intention. He wanted to see Gaza being beautiful. Like I say, it is a beautiful area. It is a nice area. We can make it beautiful. Hopefully, maybe he got a good intention, but we don't know. But the question is, what's going to happen after? Are these people maybe going to come back after construction, or that will be over? That's what Arab countries saying. That's gonna be an occupation. That's gonna be like the the whole deal is to take over Gaza for good. But he also said that he wants to own a piece of it, and they're gonna be a job with it. We don't know which job he's talking about, but obviously he's gonna do that.
What do you think the ratio of what President Trump said to what will be explained away within a day or so will be on this move? America's going to have an ownership in Gaza, and the people who were there probably shouldn't be allowed back.
It's as serious as it gets. It's not a subject that I feel even qualified to tackle, but you asked a question, so I'll answer it. When I listened to him, first of all, I think 95% of what he said, if not all 100 of it, is going to be dismissed. I can't imagine the United States of America inserting itself and the American citizens, I happen to be one of them, being okay with that. First of all, we consistently point to our armed forces and our soldiers who represent us and put their lives on the line and make sacrifices for us every single day. How comfortable are we going to be putting them in that kind of situation? I think that's a very dangerous proposition. It's not something that should be entertained. But number two, and more importantly, I think we need to understand how ridiculous the president of the United States sounded tonight. When he was explaining what he was explaining about how the U.S. will own Gaza, he sounded like a real estate agent. He was talking about, how we're gonna rebuild and, we're going to restructure and it's going to be a beautiful place and
He
the
said you
world
should
is
use
going to
more
be invited
bombs
and
to
everybody
completely
is going
level
to
the
be.
place. He said you should use more bombs, completely level the place,
It's-
so you can just start fresh.
Greater minds, fresher minds than me know all too well the history of the Palestinians and Israel. We know the Israeli-Palestinian conflict spanning decades. None of us should take this lightly. We should treat it with the seriousness that it deserves. And what I will say is that we certainly shouldn't be hearing about real estate opportunities. We just shouldn't be hearing about real estate opportunities out of the mouth of the President of the United States with such an issue like that.
I hear
That's
you.
how
That's
I
why,
feel about it.
and I get you on it. And I think that your take is going to find an audience in America right now. Dusty, what'd you just tell me?
Look, it's crazy. It's crazy how we say that. So Netanyahu was here in the United States of America with Trump. That's how they came out and started to talk about this. We don't know if that's a real deal. We don't know if that's really what they planning to do or not. But it sounds really crazy to the people of Gaza, right? It sounds like these people has no praise. It sounds like they own nothing, you know. But everybody was like, "Oh, that's good. The war is done now. Ceasefire is in place. So Palestine are going to live their life and start their business as everybody else. And over the sun, now they're going to rebuild." But Egypt and Saudi Arabia, all those countries say there's no deal without Palestinian. So it's not going to happen. That was just Trump talking, you know. That was just Trump saying. Hopefully, it's not going to happen. But let's see what his the House representative is saying when they ask him that question, because he's the one who should understand and know 100% if this is in a plan or it's just Trump talking. Because the president just having fun and talk is one, but the people around the president have to take note. They have to take whatever president is saying seriously, because every word that comes out the president's mouth have consequences. So let's see what the House representative is gonna say.
Can you address this situation that President Trump is suggesting moving into Gaza? Is that an America First policy to send American soldiers into one of the most volatile regions in the world, and then suggest that the U.S. take control of a region that it has no claim to?
Look, there'll be more details forthcoming on that, of course. The initial announcement yesterday, I think, was greeted by surprise by many, but cheered by, I think, people all around the world. Why? Because that area is so dangerous, and he's taking bold, decisive action to try to ensure the peace of that region. It's a bold move, certainly, far bolder than what's been done before. But I think we've got to stand unequivocally in an unwavering manner, as the whip said, with Israel, our closest ally and friend in the Middle East. And I think if we could control that situation and bring about a lasting peace there, it would do well for everybody, not just in the region, but around the world. It's a volatile place. And I think the strong and decisive move is an important step in that regard. As was noted earlier, Prime Minister Netanyahu being the first international leader to meet with the president in the White House is more than symbolism, but it is a symbol. And it shows the world that we're not going to equivocate. The previous administration did that. They tried to appease Iran and by extension, its proxies, terrorists, and they frankly encumbered Israel in so many times. You're seeing a reversal of that now. That is very important development. I think our allies around the world appreciate that. I know, because I talk to lots of leaders around the world, and they've been very nervous about the instability there. I think this could be a bold step in that regard. So let's withhold judgment on all of it. You'll see more developments as they come.
Wow. So he said that...
Mr. Vice President, great to see you. Good morning.
He said that to see Benjamin Netanyahu coming here to see Trump, he's the first leader to come and see Trump since Trump took the office. And he said that it's not just a symbol. That means a lot. So to me, it looks like that was in the plan already. That was already the plan. It's not like they just came up with the idea. That was the plan. And the execution of the plan is another question. And no one knows. Like he said himself, the Speaker of the House, he said, we don't know, but what we're going to do, wait for the next development, wait for the details, because it's a question that no one can really understand how United States as a freedom fighter country, we just go over and take another country, take Gaza like that. It won't make any sense. But let me tell you something. There's a news that is circulating that's saying that Congo was going to take Palestinian refugees. I don't know. I tried to find those news. I've seen some people talking about it, but maybe that's true. Congo was going to take these people. Palestinian was going to be moved to Congo, the big country in Africa, so they can rebuild Gaza. I saw that. I saw it. But what is the consequences for the Congo and the whole continent? Are Palestinians going to accept to go to Congo? If you look at Congo, the Congo environment, the geolocation of Congo and Palestine, it is a profound shift. I don't believe, or I don't think Palestinians will be happy to go to Congo, because Congo has what for Arab nation? Nothing, pretty much nothing. Number one, Congo is a Christian nation. Palestinians are 100% Muslim, 100%. Are Palestinians going to move to Congo for which plan? With which plan? And that will be in Eastern Congo, the border of Uganda, Rwanda, and Burundi. That's where this information are talking about. So maybe, we don't know. All I know is Rwanda was making a deal with UK to take the refugee when they are trying to get asylum. I don't know if Trump and Netanyahu had a deal to take all these refugees, all these Palestinians to Congo so they can rebuild. Is that the plan? Who knows? No one knows. But it's somewhere. Somewhere, if you like to dig deep, you will find it. For African readers, we don't know how they're going to react to this news, but it is somewhere. Yeah, that was Trump. Let's see what Democrats are saying over this issue right here.
From Democrats who are slamming that proposal, calling it, quote, horrific. Listen.
It is very clear that what the president talked about would make our country less safe. An invasion of U.S. troops into Gaza would not make Americans more safe. It would make Americans a target. But this is very clear. I mean, I'm going to just take a wild guess that the president's plans include, hotels and resorts and casinos. Like, that's just who he is.
It is horrific. It is the definition of ethnic cleansing. It is part of the culmination of what I view to be genocide of the Palestinian people. And this is genuinely one of the most horrific humanitarian catastrophes that we've seen in my.
And now let's see what Palestinians themselves say. You will say, they will be like, oh, that's cool. Come on, build again. We want to live in a beautiful area. But let's see what they're going to say. Palestinian people right here. We're not going to leave our lands. It's our country. Despite the destruction, everything we are doing, Netanyahu's intimidation or any intimidation, we are here in our country. This is our country and our land. Despite the destruction, we stay in the Gaza Strip. Trump will fade, and the country that support him. We are against this decision. Let him go and implement this. If they want Jewish, let them take them to their side. Okay. We are rebuild it with our own hands. Wow. Will we stay? Wow. Yeah, they're not going to.
Donald Trump described Gaza as a demolition site, as hell. Well, this is what it looks like today, after 15 and a half months of war. But for Gazans, it is home, however hellish, and they want to rebuild here, not be forced to move elsewhere.
This is our country. If they want two states, fine. If not, we remain here. Where else would we go? We won't go anywhere. This is our land, the land of our ancestors. They are the ones who came from the other side of the world, bringing killing, destruction, and displacement.
We reject Trump's decisions and those of his aides and supporters who push for displacement. Why should we be forced into displacement? We remain here, even if it means living on the rubble of our homes. Better than
The forced removal of Palestinians from Gaza would be ethnic cleansing. Trump has given no detail how it would work, and it has no backing from Western allies. And with negotiations just starting to extend the Gaza ceasefire.
Yeah. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, that's it, guys, and we'll see how what it's gonna end up being. But what you call beautiful, it's not what everybody else call beautiful. You may think you wanna make people feel better, but people may just feel better where they are and with what they have. So when Trump's saying, "I want to make it beautiful," that's not what President Look are waiting for. They are waiting for it to rebuild it with hands, like he just said. So we'll see what's going to happen. And thank you very much for everybody who was watching. Bye.